officials exactly what they're going to do. Now they'll make their decision. If they're satisfied with the setting of the sled, Rick would have the opportunity to take his pull, or have the option to come back and pull immediately, or in sixth position. Now you can see it on the screen at both ends of the Coliseum. Right up at the top, you can see the distance. 232 and 8 inches. 232 and 8. On the top of the screen is the footing. On the bottom is the free run. You see it on the screen. You see the screen up there. Going over towards the left side of the track, going awful close to the 234-foot full pull. In fact, he knocks the red man banner right over with the dirt coming off the top. Modified class many years. Takes up the slack in the chain. 468 cubic inches in these supercharged Chevys. There he goes. He's going for it. For the first time, he was down there, what, 222. He 232 the first time. 234 is the length of the track. He may be far enough to get into that full pull category. Going to have to wait for the laser. You can see the red light's on right now. As soon as the green light comes on and that laser, it'll take about 10 to 15 seconds. So all that goes into the computer and starts to read out. And we'll find out whether Rick Austin was able to push it down the track just a little bit further to get into that full pull category. Watch the monitor screens. Watch the screens up at the end of the track.
Now this is the wheel of a run. As you look at the big screen up at the end of the right straight at us, holds her right in there. That had to hit the brake a little bit, but an excellent run to launch the 5,000 modified class.
Remember the first. Look at it. If we're pulling on a 234-foot track, there's 233 and 10. Just a right on.
All right. You're saying a winner or winner's circle?
Winner. Winner. Number one.
3 times? How's my guess?
Roger was here back in 82 with the 5,000-pound class. Get ready as he starts to wind it up. He's turning up into the 30,000 RPM range on these turbines. They have an air clutch. He'll be able to slide it right out. You have to say this tractor, well balanced, well geared for this type of a track. He's going hard, throwing a few sparks out the stack as he makes his way down the track. He's at 100. He's at 150, going hard. He needs 234 if he's going to get up there in that number one spot. Good run for Roger Cruz. Not quite enough. Not enough to get it out there to move into the number one spot, but Eddie has to be satisfied with that run.
I was watching it. They've got a good close-up, and a few people want to get. I think we're probably picking up the best footage I've ever seen in a tractor pull. As you know, we've been in this business for a long time with the television, and I just simply want to commend the fine job that the Sunrise Video Production people are doing. And you can order the highlights. Here we come again now with Roger Cruz. Right down the track he comes. Perhaps less, if you'd like to have that brought in a little bit more level. But like you say, good piece of driving for Roger Cruz. But I was saying to you that you can pick up, order, videotape, MasterCard or Visa card. You can get this session.
Takes the slack up in the chain. Russell Mount will give him the green flag, and he'll take his shot at it. In tractor pulling, they only get one shot. After they pass that 75-foot mark, they're into their official run, and that's the only shot you get. So it's one time and done in the class. Very good. Awful close to that 234-foot mark, and we'd have to say an excellent sled setting by the NC Plus hybrid sled, owned and operated by Dave Hager, and Dave sitting in the seat of that big NC Plus hybrid sled known as Old Ironsides. Old Ironsides, the last 2 years in a row, 83 and 84, was voted the most popular sled by the competitors. The competitors vote on which sled they would like to hook to.
Boy, I'll tell you, Les, this was just an excellent run. Here we go, an instant replay. Wayne Ross flipping off the 230 feet, 2 and 4/10 inches. Brings that baby straight down the track. Excellent tire speed. For him to want a better pull, I don't know how he could do it.
Well, and he may have wished to get his front end just a little bit higher in the air. He was really carrying the front end, or setting the front end most of the way down the track. I'm sure he wished he could have moved some weight back. But in these 5,000 pounds of the engine, of course, he has the fuel injection on it. This would be one of the setups to get the most horsepower out of the Allison.
Here we go. General Stone. Gardner Stone.
1,710 cubic inches of Allison engine. Gardner Stone going hard for it. He's got a good run underway, picking the front end up and carrying it. He's looking really good as he goes towards that finish mark. He's going hard for it, and no doubt about it. Palmer, Gardner Stone. Let's hear it for him.
Oh, yes, sir. Look at the fire. The General.
And he had an excellent run. You can see right out of the hole.
Wow.
Really got onto the right program.
He locked the tires on that one.
In fact, you can see it about the 75 to 100 foot mark. It is on the replay.
Now watch the
75 to 100 foot mark. See those tires starting to come. Great job of driving going towards the left side. Look at that. He carries it. Carrying the front end the rest of the way from about 100 foot on. The tires never touched the track until he shut it down. Great job.
You bet it was, Les. The General driven by Gardner Stone as we
Dirt from flying up around into the intakes of the engine. Those big fenders have a purpose. That's to keep all that dirt and dust off of those engines. Green flag comes out. Here he goes. Rick Gioletti. He's coming awful hard. This is what you call getting personal now. This is that's not what you call a good run, is it, Rick? That's a fun run.
That's a fun run.
Fun run. Woo. Tough break for Rick Gioletti. Let's give Rick a good hand. Tough break for him. Front end way in the air. And I think Indy probably has it all up in the front that he can put up. Yes, there's no weights on the back. No weights at all on the back of the tractor, so that means if he could have put some up in the front, he would have. Tough break for him. Beautiful paint.
Oh, that's a lovely tractor.
Let's watch the rerun.
Here goes the rerun.
Now,
Rick Gioletti, and he comes right here, and she just takes an awful, and at that point, and I couldn't really, I was still squatted down, and I said, well, no, he'll take her back on the track. Well, that's about when I decided to scrape.
Well, I would like to see that run again. They'll stay in tune.
Here we go.
Steel freeze.
You bet.
Color Me Gone. Out of Irville, Ohio. Allison powered machine. Here he goes. He starts bringing out the hole. He's coming out hard. Really bringing it on. Oh, going strong. Tough break for him, as you can see. He hit that 200-foot mark. It was coughing just a little bit. Now, whether he was backing out of the throttle or whether he was just having some fuel problems, it was definitely backing down 2 or 3 times there as he made his run. Maybe we can catch it on the instant replay. Exactly. Try and keep an eye on his hand on that
fire. Look at that fire. Here we go. Instant replay now. Check the big screen up above.
Keep the eye on the throttle head and see if he actually backs out of it or whether it was just having a fuel problem to cause him to lose horsepower there for a second. Now, it must be in the engine because his hand is staying right down on the throttle. He wasn't backing out of it at all.
2:24 and 3 for Neil Freo.
Style tire. This may look a little different.
Maybe he hasn't sharpened them as much too, but just to look at it, looks like a whiter tire. There we go.
Ed Herzbarn, he needs a full pull if he's going to stay in the competition. He's got a good run going. He's looking strong. 200, 210, 215. Good run for Ted Herzbarn as he set the HC High Performance Hybrid Sled down there close to that full bar.
Well, I'll tell you, for one engine now, he made just one super showing. No doubt about it. We'll pick it back up on an instant replay in a moment. But he took that right down the track. Ed Herzbarn leaves the arena. We'll see him go right now. Instant replay. Look at this super run, this guy.
Just as his front tires touching the track. Just an excellent weight job. Say for the engine, he got as much distance before out than anyone so far in the track.
Well, there it comes up. 224 feet 6 inches. Let's see what the girls say. 2:24 and 6 for Ted Herzbarn. Puts him in 4th place.
He can get it out the end. Beautiful noise. Right up against the wall down there at the finish mark. The red man, full finish marker. You can see him. He just won this last year. He'd like to take it to the road. Here he goes. The finish mark over the 234-foot mark, no doubt about it. Ronnie Reed just breezing it right out as he gets ready to leave the arena. Let's give him a good hand. Ronnie Reed, let's hear it for him.
Well, that's a red band chewing tobacco. America's #1 chew, has been for many, many years. Also, our thanks to the Kendall Motor Oil Company. Another look at Ronnie Reed on instant replay. To the Kendall Motor Oil Company, and so many drivers rely on Kendall. We hope that you will too. Also, our sponsors this year, Big Ben Work Clothes by Wrangler, the people who sponsor the Banner Brothers.
Fresno, California, one of the West Coast guys. If anything he'd like to do is put California in the map by winning the 5,000-pound class. Here he goes. Really winds it up. Mark, and then he really had it up in the air, and again probably wishing he had some more weight on front, but these guys are really limited on the amount of weight they can put up in the front on these 5,200-pound tractors. John Freo out of California, Fresno, the 454 cubic inch Chevy, and as you move to the instant replay, you can see when he hit that 150-foot mark, he really had the front end high in the air. He came out nice and easy, got with the program, right about 125 foot. Watch as he pulled off the left side of the track, he back up and hopping and jumping. That definitely hurt his pull, so he had to be well pleased with the single supercharged machine for use on the P-51s. Mark here out of Springfield, Ohio, the Allison engine, 1,710 cubic inches. He needs to go past 234 feet. If he wants to stay in the competition, he has to make a full pull. 3 other guys out the end, he'd like to make it number 4. He's starting to wind up. Here he goes. He's looking strong. He's up at 200, still digging and chewing, going for 234. Oh, and he is awful close. He may have slid it out the end. He may have made it number 4 in the pull-off. He may have made it number 4 in the pull-off. Have to wait for the distance. Remember, 234 feet. Now, if he wanted to have the longest distance without going out the end, he had to pass 233 and 10, being held by Rick Austin. The laser is now reading it into the computer, and on the TV screen very soon, we should see if he made a full pull or how far short. Here it is, 233 and 10. Ed, look at this. Now remember, Rick Austin at 233 and 10, 2 inches short. And now Mark Hare at 233 and 10. There's a tie for number
Modified class. First driver, the General, and Gardner Stone.
You'd have to say another excellent run for Gardner Stone. You can see carrying that front end. He again picks it up about the 100 to 150 foot mark. Excellent weight setting, excellent tire speed. He just had to have everything right on that run.
Absolutely beautiful. Just, well, like you say, Les, you just could not ask yourself to do any better. And especially when you're talking about a very key event. Here we go, instant replay with the General. Boy, he has smoked things up good again down here at trackside. 225, that's the figure. Beautiful run for the General. 225, the figure to beat now in the pull-off.
And you'd have to say it was probably about one of the best weight settings we've seen. He picked it about 3, 4, 5 inches off the ground in the front, and that's the way he carried it on down the track to about that 200-foot mark. Never breaking stride. Well, I forgot to ask, you've seen Gardner Stone run pace that Super Pole win. Carl Sneller never got that #1 mark here at Super Pole. He's going to be going hard for it. Green flag is out. Here he goes. He's out really hard. And good run for Carl Sneller as he spins out down there past the 200-foot mark. Remember, Gardner Stone. Here at 225 even for Gardner Stone, and Carl Sneller right down there about the same distance. We have 3 guys, all 3 of them are going to be in the winner's circle, no doubt about it, for the top 3 positions. Let's give Carl a good hand as he shuts it down. Carl Sneller, the beautiful noise machine, and we'll see it on the instant replay.
So that sets the stage. Here we've got our winner of the tickets for the National Bowling Championships at Bowling Green. Don't forget Boilermaker Tractor Pull, September 14th and 15th. The pull here at the Indiana Fair, August 15th.
And we have a winner. Bowling Green. Yeah, good run, Carl. And that's, now we have to ask you this. You're watching
Ronnie Reed.
Ronnie Reed, good choice. Now when they start pulling the 4-wheel drive, just no doubt about it. He knows what it's all about. Ronnie Reed drags it out the end again. What a show. What a job of driving horsepower. He did everything. As he goes out of the ring, and let him hear it. Ronnie Reed, #1 in the 5,000-pound modified class. And Ed will need Ronnie Reed. We need Gardner Stone. And also, look at the instant replay on the TV screen. Take a look at it. Excellent run. Just picking the front end again. It was fighting. It was going off to the left side of the track.